Welcome, guys, to another great show of Live in the Day with Jay.
And Trey.
Y'all, let me say first and foremost, this is the very first time that I've out of gosh, 15, 15, 16
years.
years
Hmm.
that I've ever done a show this at this time. I've ever gotten a show slot at this time. So I'm really thrilled about that. And I'm thrilled about who we are joined with today because I think you guys are going to get a lot of good information and you're going to get a lot of um, accounts from someone who uh, walked, those steps, whose feet are in those shoes, that sort of speak. So, without further ado, I'm gonna welcome to the show none other than Councilwoman Donyel Barber of Ward 6 in Gastonia, North Carolina. Welcome to the show. I tell you what, that old mean devil was trying to get us early. Didn't want us to talk today, but
Didn't, but
we finally we
we-
got a chance to. We got a chance. How you doing?
I'm doing well. A little tired. It's been a long day. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. I heard you say you haven't done a show this late before, but that's to accommodate me because although my day job ends at 5, I still have to keep going with volunteer work and my other duties. So I
Yes.
appreciate accommodating my schedule.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to talk to you a little bit. If you don't mind, Councilwoman, for the ones that and I find it hard to believe if there's anybody would you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So, again, my name is Donyel Barber. Thank you for the opportunity to be on your show this evening. I am a native of the city of Gastonia, the great city of Gastonia, North Carolina, located in and nestled in the Piedmont of North Carolina, and of the state of North Carolina, Gaston County, located within Gaston County. And Gastonia is the county seat of the county. So we're the largest municipality of Gaston County. Lifelong resident here, grew up in the Highland community.
Mm,
And of course, when I got grown and was able to go out on my own, I went to college and probably could have settled anywhere else in the country, but I chose to come back home. I love my community, love my family, which most of my family resides here in Gaston County in North Carolina. So wanted to come home and be close to family
mhm,
and
mhm.
serve in the community in which made me. So so I've been here uh, working since I got out of college here in Gastonia. I was a political science major, graduated from Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was a political science major. So I've always been a political geek. I find American history, American politics, uh, the public servants of our nation. I find it very interesting. So I
Mhm.
never really saw myself on the council side or the elected side. I always thought I would be more in the administrative side of the politics,
Right,
but
right.
not where I landed. I actually, of course, as some may or may not know, in my second term as city council person here in the city of Gastonia.
So and I know it has to be a hectic job because you can't keep everybody happy, and I know that you get it from all four corners. How do you stay grounded?
Yeah, well, I think, and it's a big job, and it takes tough skin to be in this position because you
Mhm.
literally put yourself out there to the world, and it's no longer just to your community, because of modern day technology and
Mhm.
social media. You put yourself out to the world, and again, modern technology allows people from everywhere, not just within your community, have access to you in some way,
Mhm.
shape, or form. So it takes it takes thick skin, because as you say, you cannot please everyone. I have found that there are a lot of people that do not truly understand or know exactly what happens, or what the power or authority that a council person has
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to local government. Some people think you can do more than what you really can do. A lot of times people think you can do things within the school system or within the county, when actually you cannot. It's out of your jurisdiction. It's out of your reach, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not within your job description. So the city, we have different programs, or one in particular, we have a program, it's a leadership program that I'm really proud of. And I encourage people to become a part of it, because it really does give people a true sense of what we do in local government.
Yeah.
So as you said, it's hard to please everyone. And I guess what keeps me grounded is because, I'm sincere in my heart in what I do. I love serving other people. I love helping people solve issues,
Mm-hmm.
and I love helping people to overcome the concerns that they may have. So that brings me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And when I'm able to do that, someone can call me up, or they can email me and they have an issue or concern, and I'm able to help them resolve that issue or concern. That gives me a lot of joy. But what keeps me grounded, again, remaining humble, rolling up my sleeves, being in the thick of it, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
being on the front lines, serving in my community, is definitely a way that I find myself staying grounded.
Yeah, I'll share this quick little story. I remember when I was in your ward, and we had a power outage, and I didn't know what the world's going on, and I gave you a holler, and I said, "Hey, you know what's going on?" He's like, "No, my power out." I thought that
Yeah,
was kind of funny because we both didn't know what was going on,
no, we
but
didn't. And sometimes, thankfully, because of technology, and we've been able to improve some of those systems, and now we have apps where I can look and
mhm,
see where outages in our community are. But yeah, some people don't think that, everything from the cost of utilities
yeah,
to, when my garbage is, it affects me, and it just like everyone. So
yeah.
sometimes people don't know that or believe that, but it really does.
Now, Councilwoman, I know that it's been a really interesting last week and a half uh, to 2 weeks because of the last meeting that you were with the rest of the board, and I'm gonna jump in it, and I just say hats off to you for keeping your composure the way that you did. Um, it probably been a lot worse for me if I was in a situation. So I'm glad I'm not in those type of situations, because sometimes the saying "cooler heads will prevail" is a true statement. And given the situation, I think it was very very big of you to de-escalate how you did during this um, situation. For those that haven't heard or don't know what's going on, do you mind if I play the clip of that exchange?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna play the clip of that exchange.
I guess I'm just hearing you say you haven't had time. You've had. I'm just. This is a rhetorical question. We all received this. At the same time, you just haven't had time to read through it. Again, rhetorical doesn't require
Well, considering
response.
that
But
my granddaughter's mother abandoned her, so I take exception to you saying in rhetorical question about seeing this. Yes, I've had a lot of stuff on my mind. Okay? So don't bring up saying rhetorical. Okay?
rhetorical, as in you didn't have to share your personal.
Yeah, but
information.
you want to call out and try to say that I didn't have
I'm
time
just
to read
saying,
this.
You're saying you need more time to read through. Mayor Franks.
Yes, ma'am. I'll have you removed if
No,
you
you
keep
will
going.
not
Yes,
have
I
me.
will have
You
you
don't have a
removed.
right to have
Yes,
me
I
removed,
do.
sir. No, you do not.
Sheriff or
No, you do not have a
Mr.
right
Chief,
to have
will
me
you
removed.
remove her, please?
No, he will not.
Yes, he will.
No, he will not. I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a member.
Doesn't matter.
Point of clarification. Point of clarification. You cannot bang a gavel.
Yes, I can.
When someone
I can ask these
actually,
deputies to escort you from this
and I'm not
dais.
going anywhere. I'm not going. I have just as much right to be here as anyone here.
Yes,
If
you do.
can't- Sir,
If you want to run in 3 years, which you've already started because you want this gavel, Officer, will you
having a
remove her,
civil
please?
conversation. No, they're not. Because they don't have a reason to.
Yes, they do. I just asked them.
If you cannot handle a conversation, having a conversation on this platform, then you don't need to be in that seat, sir.
Yeah, see, that's what, because you want it. That's
No,
why
I
you want the
don't.
art. Yeah,
No.
you do. Would you please remove her?
No, he would. No. Point of clarification.
No point of clarification.
I'm gonna stop it right there. I've never seen an individual so worried about someone coming and taking their seat, because personally that's what it looked like to me, because it went from one extreme to the next, and I thought it was very unprofessional. I thought it wasn't a good look for the city of Gastonia, for their mayor to come at one of the council people, board members like that. This has made national news. There's a TikTok out about it. It's made national news, which is absolutely crazy to me that this is the approach. Have you gotten an apology?
No, I have not. No, I have not received an apology. And, I was just a little puzzled at the time, because you can kind of, and actually that's really the first time I've really, I've kind of watched it, but not really listened to it. And so I really wasn't, because he was busy talking over me, I couldn't even really hear what all he was saying. So I missed the whole, first part of his response. I didn't even hear that, because at that point I'm still trying to make my point that, again, we were nearly 3 hours into the meeting. We didn't need to, continue to waste staff time, waste our time, waste taxpayer dollars, taxpayers' time, kicking a can down the road. We were there to do a job that we should have been prepared to do, to make a decision. So I just, and I was trying to be, in a respectful way, find a delicate way of saying that. But of course, we see how that went.
Right.
But I respect people's time. I expect people to respect my time.
Exactly.
And we're elected to do a job, and that's what we're there to do. And I know I wouldn't accept a staff member's excuse of not being prepared to present information to us, which is what they're expected to do.
Right.
And so in turn, out of respect for staff, we should be prepared to deliberate, ask questions, and make a decision.
Right.
And of course, there are times when you may need further information, or you may need something else to help you make your decision. But when you just to say you need more time to read it, in my opinion, that's not acceptable. And here again, I'm a mother. I have a family too. So I understand life. And as young people say, life be lifing, right? Life,
You ain't kidding about that.
things happen, and I get that. And I definitely understand that. But see, even that in a meeting, or when you're as a leader, there are even ways around that. If you're not in position to make a decision, then that's when you recuse yourself
Right.
from, having to make that decision. But it's not fair to hold up the process just because
Exactly.
a single person isn't ready or hasn't properly prepared. I don't think that I would have been able to get away with that, and I don't understand how anyone else would.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
you know, so I just didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And
The fact that you haven't gotten an apology of any sort by now really it baffles me, but it also um, tells me a lot as a informed voter, as an informed citizen of Gaston County. It tells me a lot about um, what leadership feels, and how leadership is um,
What they stand on, what they
standing on.
believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, standing on right now. And I mean, I don't like it. There's
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot of people that don't like it. um, I just felt like it was out of pocket
Very.
for him to come at you that way. And is that what's going to happen at the meeting on March 4th? Because there's going to be a lot of people there.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just know, like, we've received our materials,
Hmm.
and I'm going to do exactly what I do for every other meeting, what I've been doing for over five
Hmm.
years. And
Hmm.
that's,
Mm-hmm.
going over my material, doing my research, asking questions where I need to ask questions, and be prepared to handle the business
Hmm.
of the city of Gastonia on Tuesday. And, I don't know. I don't know what will happen. But regardless, again, as I continue to say, I've been elected to do a job
Hmm.
that the taxpayers expect me to do, and that's what I will show up to do.
Yeah,
And, you know, what someone else does is entirely, on them.
that's right.
Uh, and I will hope, I would expect my colleagues to hold me accountable. I would expect the people to hold me accountable
Hmm.
for my, not only for what I do, for my actions, and even for what I say.
Hmm.
So, we'll see what happens. We will see um what happens.
Do you feel in any way that um, your approach was sideways? Because I'm telling you right now, I don't feel that way, and there's a lot of people that don't.
No, I don't. I do not feel like it was. I was cut off. I was in, and again, I was attempting to be respectful, even in raising the point,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and making a point of, no, we don't, because I think the part we don't hear is the request to, again, table this, put this, as I say, kick the can down the road
Right,
again,
Mm-hmm.
right.
um, on an issue. And so that's the part, that was my response. I didn't understand why we needed to prolong the issue.
Again, yeah, I get it.
And so, um, I don't feel like here's another thing, and this is something else people have to understand. In the city of Gastonia, according to our charter,
Hmm.
while a mayor has the option to vote, he doesn't have to vote except to break a tie.
Hmm.
And I will be honest with you, it takes, if I've been a president of an organization before, and I'm a bit of a, like, I enjoy reading Robert's Rule of Order, and that's probably pretty geeky and weird, but
No, I
I
get
really
it.
get stuff like that. And so it takes a very I don't necessarily want to use the word clever, but it takes a very skilled, that's the word I want to use. It takes a very skilled person to be able to kind of wear both hats. And both
Yes.
hats, I mean, the hat of the council member, to deliberate, to debate, to ask questions, to be informed and to inform,
Mm-hmm.
and to facilitate a meeting. It takes a lot of skill to be able to do that,
Mm-hmm.
because things happen so quick in a meeting. And as a facilitator, as a chairperson, as a presiding officer, you have to keep up with what's happening. Who spoke
Sure.
last? Who needs to speak next? And there are a lot of moving parts in
Right.
a meeting, and
Right.
especially a council meeting. So when you put on that hat as a council member, or you put on that hat to deliberate,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to be prepared, and you have to be willing to take what comes with that. And that means sometimes being challenged. That
Mm-hmm.
means being questioned.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's what it means. So um again, it takes skill to be able to do that.
Yes.
And so I do not feel like I was out of pocket, or became out of pocket. I stood my ground.
Yes, you
Yes, you
did.
did.
And if it happened all over again, I would do the same thing,
Yes.
uh, because I know who I am. I know what I was elected to do. I know my rights, and I know what you can and cannot do as a presiding officer. I know
That's
what
right.
you can and cannot do as a council member.
That's
And
right.
so, no, I don't think that that I got out of pocket.
Good.
Uh, yeah.
Good. One thing that really saddened me a little, or I'm not gonna say sad, but disappointed me a little, well, a lot, was the fact that none of your colleagues stood up to say anything. I just did not like that. I just didn't like it. And
Yeah,
you know,
disheartening. That was disheartening. And until today, I had only heard from one, and that was Jim Gallagher. And then today I did hear from Dave Curlin. And
mhm,
so I was a bit perplexed that I had not heard from anyone other than Jim until today.
mhm,
And I'm not sure why. Perhaps people don't want to take sides. I really don't know. But in my opinion, right is right. I don't care who you are,
right.
what letter you have behind your name. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right.
And
That's correct.
say, I always say it's about mutual respect,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and about respecting the others,
Hmm.
and respecting other people.
Mm-hmm.
And and I know, I think about two things, because even listening to the video, I think, wow, some people may say, well, gosh, that was petty. That didn't even have to happen. And but what I think, or people may get the impression that that was an isolated incident, but it was not an isolated incident. So
That
this
was my
isn't.
next question.
Yeah, so this is the first time it rose to the level of, you know, some of him attempting to expel me from that space. But
Hmm.
certainly it wasn't the first time that I have felt disrespected in a meeting, in a council meeting. And it just wasn't something that I've been accustomed to having to deal with. And I read a comment someone said, talked about their personal beef. Well, I don't have personal beefs with people.
Right.
I if I have an issue with someone, or I have a problem with someone, then I'm mature enough to deal with that issue and to discuss that issue in a mature way. At least that's what I
Right.
strive to do. So I don't, I don't. That's, I mean, that's junior high and high school.
Yes.
Not something that as a grown person that I feel, that there was some type of, I don't want people to get that impression, um, that there's, again, it's just something that I've just experienced from early on.
Yeah. And I so felt bad, but when that situation popped off, but I also felt very proud. Like I'm a proud papa when I seen you, standing your
Stand your
ground,
ground, yes.
because it should have, you should have stood your ground, and you did. And there's a lot of people that support you. There's a lot of people that I think you've garnered some new support. But just so you know, from me, I know the heart you have for the community. I know the heart you have for uh, people in general. And I know the great things that you have done in the community and the great things that you are going to do. And sometimes that devil try to come and just knock you off your stride sometimes. And you just got to keep on, striding as
Hmm.
you were going before. But
Yeah,
the community is upset. The community is upset.
and it's sad because it's a distraction.
Hmm.
Um, and we have enough going on in
Mm,
our
Yeah.
country, in our world,
hmm.
Hmm.
to you know to create a sense of heaviness. And in some, a lot of people are nervous, a lot of people are confused,
Hmm.
um, so
Scared.
scared, people are scared. So people should at least feel comfortable and secure in their own local communities.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And that's definitely what I have attempted to do and represent in the city of Gastonia, a place where people could feel comfortable, where I could be accessible to people and help people solve the issues and resolve the concerns that I have the wherewithal and the authority and influence to be able to do. So people should, this should be a safe place for people,
Hmm.
Hmm.
um, because people have enough to have to deal with on a national level, even on globally. So
Yes.
it's sad that we had to have this distraction,
Hmm.
but at the same time, it's important for people to know, you got to know who you are,
That's
Hmm.
right.
and you
Yes.
got to know, you just have to know, and you have to know, um, what's fair. You have to know what's right. And it's important for us to, again, I keep talking about mutual respect. We can disagree. We cannot, we don't have to vote the same,
That's
but
right.
it's
Right.
important for us to respect each other.
Yep.
You
Right.
Yes.
have to respect each other,
Yes. Yes.
because
And
you know,
leadership, you have to lead by example.
Hmm.
and you have to lead by example. Yes, you do. You do.
So I
That's
just,
so important.
what are some of the great things we got to look forward to in this city that you guys are working on?
Well, one of the jewels that I'm most proud of, and it is in my ward, Ward 6, which
Mhm.
is, we were gifted 144 acres of land by the
Oh
state of North.
wow.
And
Wow.
that land is the old Linwood Golf Course.
Mm. Okay.
I've been seeing some work going on down there.
There's been work going on there. I'm very excited about the progress that has been made in that park, and I'm very excited about where we will be with that park even a year from now.
Mm,
Um, we're in the process of completing phase 1. If you ride by, you will see a beautiful, it's kind of, you can see it, but I can't wait for people to get up on it to be able to see it. And that's a play equipment, this huge
Yeah.
play equipment that is one of the centerpieces of that park. There would be, it's going to be an RV park. People will be able to bring their RVs into that park and park their RV
Nice.
spaces. People will be able to pitch tents and have access to fire pits and,
Wow.
just all types of exciting things. We're looking to have, I call it a palladium, but an amphitheater type situation out there where we can do some education. We can have an educational component. We can have an
Mm.
entertainment component to that park. So I'm
Mm.
very excited about what's happening there. We received a grant from the state. Um, and we're planning to go for another grant to be able to complete phase 2 of that park. And once phase 2 is completed, then we're gonna be there. It's gonna be fully functioning in phase 2. So phase 1 is the front part
Okay.
of that park, and it's what you see. Phase 2 is the back end, which anyone that's ever been able to be on that park, there's a bridge that takes you from one side to the other. And so
Yes.
phase 1, the bridge repair and the shoring of that bridge was part of phase 1, and that'll take you over into the back side of that park, and that'll be phase 2. But we're hoping that by mid to late fall, that phase 1 will be complete and we'll be able to welcome people into that park. So I'm very excited about
Yes.
that. We'll see there's a lot of development happening all throughout the city. There's development happening in Ward 6, which is my ward, and
Mhm.
there's development happening in the eastern part, or the southeastern part of the city. So we have quite a bit of development that's happening. I want to reassure people that anytime before development is approved in our community, it has to go through a strenuous process, and that process includes Gaston County Schools, in
Mhm.
our fire department, and includes our police department, because we want to make sure that as we're growing and as we're developing as a city, that our children will have adequate opportunities to be educated in our schools, within our school system, without overcrowding, as well as public safety. Public safety is a major issue. We want to make sure that no matter where you live, you have access to police and fire.
Yeah.
So development is happening everywhere. Gastonia is growing. And to be honest with you, our growth, we haven't even really reached our growth spurt. People feel like, oh gosh, we're just growing by leaps and bounds, but we haven't really seen the growth yet. But it is coming.
Mm.
It is
And
coming.
when it does, it's going to be amazing. It's going to
Yes.
be amazing. I'm so happy for, Ward 6 over there. That park is going to be amazing, and I can't wait to get the gift over there and performing at that park.
Yes.
That's a shameless plug, but I can't wait to get to see what happens over there. It's because that was a lot. That was a lot. Golf course was huge, so
It was
I
huge.
can't wait.
Yes. Yes. And you know what else was, I don't, people, if it, encourage people to research and to Google the Carolina Trail Thread.
Mm.
And as a community, not just Gastonia, but the entire county is a part of that Carolina Thread Trail, which is about connection and connecting communities and creating, walking space for our community. Eventually,
Hmm.
someday you will be able to, the goal is for you to be able to walk from downtown Gastonia all the way to Crowder's Mountain Park. So
Holy
Oh.
cow! Really?
bits and pieces of that
Wow.
trail thread already exist. However, there's more to do. There's more work to do. And so Linwood Park would be a part, Linwood Springs is what we're calling it. Linwood Springs Park would be a part of that Carolina Tread Trail. So it's all about connectivity and connecting communities, and encouraging people to get their physical activity in, walk, and so that we can be a healthier community.
That's
So
pretty awesome.
today you'll be able to walk from downtown Gastonia all the way to Crowder's Mountain State Park.
Heck, I believe it. I mean, when I was growing up, we walked from Dallas to Highland Hills in the
We
woods. So
we did. Kids don't walk like we used to walk.
no,
I
no.
5 and 6 years old. I walked from what is now York Chester back then, Clay Street Elementary. I walked from Clay Street Elementary all the way to Rankin Avenue in the highway. And just think about a 5 or 6 year old crossing
Yeah,
Franklin Boulevard.
we
But
used to do it all the time.
that's what we did.
We
So
used to do it all the time.
we're making it a little more, it's going to be safer, but we
Yes,
do, people will get back to walking and
yes.
exercise.
I'm so glad and excited for the vision that you have shared with us that you guys are working on in Gastonia. Um, Tuesday, this is gonna get real. Um, there's a lot of people I know that's reached out that said they're coming. They want to voice their opinion, and if those who want to voice their opinion, how does that process work?
So you can call the clerk, you could call the city of Gastonia and speak with the city clerk, and
Mhm,
ahead of the meeting, and have your name put on the list to speak, or you can arrive early. I would encourage people to arrive early before 6 o'clock. The meeting starts at 6, and you
mhm,
can sign up to speak. We did move the meeting from City Hall to the courthouse because the courthouse will give us more space, so
mhm.
people can be in the chamber and be a part of the meeting. And so it's important to get the word out that that location has changed.
Okay.
And people can go to our website, the City of Gastonia website, and there you can find the agenda. Agendas will be available when you arrive, but also you can take a peek at what will be presented during the meeting and that's located on the City of Gastonia's website.
Yeah, and I will most definitely talk to the people on my platform about that's in Gastonia to let's start doing better with coming to those meetings and finding out what's going on in our city. I am guilty of it, but I promise you, um, there's a change that I'm definitely going to make in myself and make sure that I stay informed. Sometimes you get so politically worn out, you just want to withdraw a little bit. But
I,
I
and
don't
I,
think right now is the time.
yeah, and I want to encourage people. While I am truly humbled, I am, um, I'm very grateful for the support. I mean, my phone has just been ringing off the hook. I'm trying to keep up with what's happening on social media. My messenger, I've never had so
Hmm.
many messages on Messenger.
Hmm.
Uh, but I'm very grateful, and I try to respond to as much of it as I can. But I want people to know that I'm thankful. I'm thankful that um, people thought it not robbery to speak up, uh,
Hmm.
to speak out,
Hmm.
and I'm honored to hear so many people say that they plan to attend the meeting on Tuesday. And I want to encourage people.
Hmm.
Don't let it just be this Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know,
Exactly.
if you can't, we meet twice a month. Now
Hmm.
that's public facing meeting. We have multiple meetings throughout the week, committee meetings, and even that's public. All of our
Hmm.
meetings, anytime we meet, that most, unless we go into a closed session, those meetings are public. And so people are welcome to come to those meetings. Everything is posted on the website. I encourage people to come. Don't just come on Tuesday, but
Right.
the first and third Tuesday. If you can't make it twice a month, make it a point to come at least once a month, to come,
Yeah.
stay informed, and hold us accountable.
And that's what makes an informed voter when it's time to go to those ballots, you know what's going on, and you can
Absolutely.
understand. Yeah, and I think that's
Absolutely.
what's missing right now. I just want you to know that the community loves you. We love you, and we stand with you, and we want to make sure that not only are you treated fairly, I mean, everyone on that board should be treated fairly, but we want to make sure that that does not ever happen to you again.
Yes.
It should not. It should not. And while I'm, again, it's disheartening that this happened, I do not want this to be a blight on the city of Gastonia. I do
Right.
not want it to be a black eye on our community. We are a great city. We have very talented, intellectual, brilliant people that are part of our community, that make up this community. And we want to make sure that Gastonia is always shining. And
Hmm.
so I don't want this situation to be a reflection, a true reflection of who we are as a community. We're strong. We are a resilient people. We're a powerful people,
Hmm.
and and I value our community. I value the people in our community. And so, again, I just want to encourage everyone. Come, allow your voice to be heard. We're going to speak truth to power, and we're
Hmm.
going to stand up for what's right.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Well, Councilwoman, I know I've kept you longer than I promised I would, and I'm so sorry. But it's really like sitting down, catching up with an old friend when we talk.
It
So
is. It,
I
I,
appreciate you.
thank you for this opportunity, and thank you to everyone who um, takes time to listen to what we had to say this evening.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on the show, Councilwoman. We will definitely connect off there, but you go get you some rest and
Unwind.
unwind. Yeah, unwind a little bit.
Oh, yes.
I will. Thank you all so much. I
All
really,
right.
No, thank
it's
you.
good seeing you.
You too.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. And I got a couple of things I definitely want to say. So you guys are definitely, I mean, definitely live in the day with Jay.
And Trey.
She better forgot that.
Ain't no stopping, so what's the use in trying? Ooh, it gives me chills. Ain't no stopping, so what's the use in trying? Ooh, it gives me chills. I like the way that you make me feel. Now slide your key in. Ooh, it gives me chills. And with your engine trapped between my thighs, it's a power rush, a burning rush. You make me wanna fly. Oh, in and out of this traffic jam, dangerous and without a plan. Fill me up, boy, and let me ride. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. Feel the wind blowing through my hair. So alive, boy, and I'm so scared. Never knew love could move so fast. Crazy love, it's a crazy love. Pour it on, boy. Take me to the night. And ain't no stopping. So what's the use in trying? Yeah. feel.
What's up, world? You already know who it is. It's the big homie Ambush, aka the Southern Secret. And you are now live in the day with the brother Jay, blogtalkradio.com, Greenlight Inc. It's a go. It's official like a referee with a whistle. Let's get it, man.
Welcome back to the show.
He's live in the day with Jay.
Oh, and Train. Guys, if you are just now joining in on this show and you didn't get a chance to listen to the interview with Councilwoman Barber, I really urge you to go back and watch, the feed and just it's such a great interview. It just put some things in perspective for me, with how I am to deal with some of the things that's going on in the community and how I'm supposed to be involved, just like you're supposed to be involved, just like our children are supposed to be involved, just like our neighbors and everyone we come in contact with is supposed to be involved with what's going on in our community. I tell you guys all the time that when you go to these polls to vote, that you should be an informed voter. You shouldn't be a voter that just going along with someone because you know them or because they're popular or, anything that does not serve your agenda. You're just going along with it. Shouldn't do that. We got to be more informed in how we vote and who we put in places of authority that changes our everyday lives. And, we know what's going on the national level. But guys, right here in your community affects you daily. It can affect you instantly. Or should I say another word? Instantaneously, or something like that.
Instantly.
Instantly. Yeah, it can affect you the moment some things are passed down. And I'm saying all this to say that we got to learn to be more informative when we vote. We got to learn to be more conscientious to what's happening around us and the people that we talk to on a daily basis. We got to do better. If we say we for the youth, then we need to show we for the youth.
We got to be about it.
I mean, we can say that all day long. If we say we're for the elderly, then we need to be about the elderly. If we say we're for education, if we say we're for financial growth in the community, we need to be about it. Quit doing some of the stuff that I'm seeing happening in the communities. We have all this hype about what we want to happen in the community, and we'll bring people in, and there's nothing happening. I mean, it's easy to get hyped up at the moment, but are you going to continue? Are you going to continue when it gets rough? Are you going to continue when those doors are getting shut in your face? And they will. But you know what? On the opposite side of that, there will be some doors open. And we got to be able to make sure that we are wanting to step through those doors when they do open for us. So Anything?
Way to go, Jay.
Oh, she never won't say nothing, y'all. She never won't say nothing. I told you I'm gonna give her the whole show. The whole show. Guys, thank you for joining us for the very first show that we've ever had at this time of the day or at night. It was such a evening, yeah. It was such a really good vibe. I like that live in the evening. It's crazy. But we love you guys with the greatest love we know. It's the love of God, because He gives it to us each and every day. So you guys stay humble. Please stay informed and be ready to do what we need to do for the betterment of our young people. All right, we'll see you guys later. Love you. Peace.
Peace.